Nothing says Texas quite like a good pair of cowboy boots. Just about every Texan has a pair. They may wear them every day or a few times a year. It's a true Texas tradition. The craftsmen at Rios of Mercedes have been making the iconic footwear for over a century and a half.
The Rios family started making boots in Mexico in 1853. At that point, we know they had a contract with the Mexican government. By the 1900s, they had a fairly large factory in Matamoros across the border. When the border war started, they seemed to have moved to Texas around 1910, 1915, something like that.
The Rios family settled up and down the Rio Grande River, especially in the Rio Grande Valley. They brought with them a family tradition of making quality handmade boots. They set up shop, and the rest is history. The last of the Rios family, Zeferino Rios, retired in the 1960s, passing on the business to a group of West Texans, including Joe and Trainer Evans, who carried on the bootmaking legacy.
There's really no secret to making good boots. You just use the best material you can buy and hire the best people that you can find, put them together the correct way, and they last longer than what we call throwaway boots.
Pat and the craftsmen that work with him take bootmaking seriously. Every stitch, every inlay, every sole is created with an artist's touch. From the pull straps to the toe box, every boot is a labor of love. Love for the folks who will eventually wear their creation and the history it represents.
Cowboy boots and blue jeans and hats are about the only things that are truly indigenously American. Cowboy boots were started during the cattle drive days. It's a combination of the boots that the soldiers brought home from the Civil War, which were a low-heeled, wide-toed boot with a tall top. They converted those into cowboy boots by putting a high heel on. They were riding broncs in those days, and they had to be really careful that their foot didn't slip through the stirrup if they got thrown.
Rios of Mercedes still makes those original-style cowboy boots, plus many other traditional and modern varieties, and still make them by hand. A boot from Rios is an all-leather boot, the foundational leather being cowhide. The rest could be anything from alligator to wildebeest, even elephant, and much more. From the first cut of leather, it normally takes about 2 weeks to finish a pair. A boot made by these bootmakers is more than just footwear. They're a statement about the person wearing them and where they're from.
In my opinion, there's nothing that says I'm from Texas like a pair of cowboy boots.
For TFB News, Ed Wolff, Mercedes.